Hi guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of STS. I can't even speak.
Nah. You were excited 2 weeks ago.
I still am. We're still in it. It's only
You were excited 2 weeks ago.
Hello and welcome to another episode of STS. We are doing the Champions League Roundup. We lost to PSG. How do you say it in French?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Bonjour et bienvenido.
Bienvenue.
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 Barcelona played today, innit? Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bienvenue à
Bienvenue à STS.
Yeah.
Bonsoir, Nana.
Hello, welcome to another episode of SDS. Today we're doing a Champions League roundup. You guys are excited to watch this, I know, but we're going to talk about the two semi-finals that happened yesterday and today at the time of recording, or Tuesday and Wednesday for you people that are watching it on upload day. Today, I have a star-studded lineup with me. Next to me on my right, I have star player.
Stay calm, guys, man. Stay calm. We're gonna get this.
Stay calm. I like that.
Park the Prince. Is it Park the Prince? Park the Prince. Brother, TP5 is back. Marina up top.
There we go.
Long.
Opposite him, donning the STSFC jersey. It is.
Guess what happened this Monday, baby?
Nah, we stay calm, bro. We stay calm.
Nah, not me.
Stay calm. We got a big
Wait
game
4 weeks for this.
We got a big game on Monday.
Why would we wait? 4 damn weeks.
Job is nowhere near done. We're 9th place, but we are on the up. I hope it is Faisal. And next to him, in the Inter Milan 2010
Finale de Madrid
jersey is Elias Bouzidi.
Good to be back.
It is the Champions League roundup. We've been doing this since the knockout stages, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because you've been in the last 2 episodes because of the last round.
And you were happy.
I was happy, and I still am. We are in the semi-final of the Champions League.
I am happy.
We are in the Champions League semi-finals.
Hey, man.
Yes.
The first game we're going to speak about is Arsenal versus PSG at the Emirates Stadium. I was there. Stars was there. It was an interesting experience. The first thing I want to talk about, what was that tifo about, man? In a Champions League semi-final.
Horror.
What was that?
I can't lie.
Just the cannon.
That looked like, like EAFC or FIFA, then they don't have the
To
lights.
be fair, we had another good one in the East stand, which is opposite the bench president. No one wants to show that one. It was a really good one. It wasn't like any cartoon, but it was like a really long one that said "Make it happen." Like cool Arsenal.
That's the one thing I don't
That was
understand
nice,
about
but the
Arsenal,
one that
though.
obviously went viral is
that was
obviously
poor.
The one thing I don't understand about Arsenal though is, when they go into situations like this, especially as you saw the Arteta video was telling you, everyone bring your boots and all that stuff, all that bullshit. When it was going on, I think they should have offered us like 4 pictures, but like which tifo do Arsenal fans like?
Yeah. So what happens
And
is
then
they
go from
submit
that.
the fans or the people that run that area submit designs, and Arsenal accept it or not.
It's a
and
shame.
then
There was
because Ashburn Army got rejected.
No,
from
but
it.
that- that's what I'm saying, like-
£10,000 forward for this incredible tifo, and they rejected it for that.
That's what I'm looking at.
Mental.
Like they should have said, "Yo, we've got 4 options here that we're gonna use one for the match day."
Yeah.
Obviously, it would have looked nice.
Yeah.
But
anyways,
matter,
people aren't
didn't
here to watch us talk about the tifo. They want to watch us talk about the game and both games. And the second one was flipping unbelievable.
I like both of them,
Yeah, but they're
yeah.
both good watches, of course, especially for the neutral. But we'll start with Arsenal PSG because obviously that was the first game. 1-0 PSG beat us at the Emirates Stadium. I think it's the first time they've beaten us in the Champions League.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so.
Because I know a team that we played last time couldn't do it. So
Yeah, I think it's the first time we beat us in
had
the
to get
Champions
that GBG.
I think it's the first time we beat us in the Champions League, and it was what a time to beat us in the semi-final. They take advantage, 1-0 advantage back to Paris next week. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, but it could have been much, much worse, and we're still in it 1-0. But we're going to talk about this game in isolation. It felt flat from everything,
rightfully so, though.
even in the crowd. But I'm saying, just on the pitch.
Rightfully so.
And why is it rightfully so?
Because for me, the whole time, obviously, Arteta's telling the fans, get involved, be loud. It's the Champions League semi-final, all that stuff. But
Every
the
tackle
first,
be involved. Every transition be
Yo,
involved.
What did he say? He said, "Look to your neighbor," basically.
Look to your neighbour. Look to your neighbour. Look to your
brother,
neighbour.
I was
cringy,
bro.
man.
When I was sitting there, and I was watching the game.
What does Carlo
They
do?
did-
Raise the eyebrow.
No. The ward in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Remontada.
See? Remontada everywhere. So that wasn't cringe. The
roof
roof's
is
closed.
closed.
30 minutes is a long time. That wasn't cringe. That wasn't cringe.
That's what
Jude saying, I keep hearing Remontada everywhere.
You know, that's what we were doing.
I watched the
He said
1970s and
Copper
the
Box, we
80s.
closed the arena. 30 minutes in Copper Box
we
Arena.
need to
That's
do
a
that on
long
Monday. We
time.
need to do that on Monday. I actually need to. I'm going to practice a speech
Thanks.
for the United
Thanks.
game.
Give me a little Arteta
I
drum
might
as
as well. I might have to. But go ahead.
But no, regarding that, the first 30 minutes, my goodness, they took the atmosphere out. They just schooled us.
Bro, after 20 minutes, I was ready to say this might be the best team of all time.
Brother, we couldn't get close to the ball, bro.
No, we were like, I was in the stadium. I was struggling to breathe.
You guys couldn't get out.
Bro.
I had shortness of breath.
Bro,
I swear, I felt it.
yeah, I know you mean.
It was mental.
For 20 minutes, it was domination.
Bro, I thought it was 30, bro.
Proper.
Nah, it was 20. 30, after that,
Bro,
I think you started to get...
It was like the 28th minute. I remember looking at him like, I don't think Bukayo touched the ball for like the first 16 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think they did so well, and why? Obviously, we had a big miss. Mikel Merino was playing in the midfield because
I didn't think he did that bad,
no, I'm
man.
not saying he did bad, but I'm just saying we missed that. We missed maybe his big presence up front.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey,
1,000%.
not being in the team. Everyone say, it's just one player. But in the day, that one
It's a
player
big
then
miss.
changed everything because Declan Rice has to play a bit deeper.
They stabilized
They
They
stabilized everything,
basically,
everything.
from what I saw with
But what did they do well? Because they're the teams that won.
From what I saw with Luis Enrique, what I saw from Luis Enrique, he basically said, you guys, you can dominate the middle of the pitch, but we're doubling whatever's going on the wings. Because when Bukayo, like I said, the first 15 minutes, we couldn't play nothing out wide. They literally closed the angles, like it was Burnley. They closed the angles and basically said, we're forcing Declan Rice to collect the ball and drive with it forward. And obviously Declan Rice, in the first half, didn't look over his shoulder once. Everything, as soon as he gets the ball, he's got space in the back, behind himself. But Kavici's already read that pass going to Saliba. So while he's run, Rice has played it first time to him, went back to Raya. Raya was like, you know what, I'm trying to get it further up the pitch. Let me just hoof it to. Sometimes it worked, but like I said, you just trying to give a bone to Martinelli and Saka.
I think they just came out with this crazy intensity, man. I think it was like reflective of the fans as well too. Like,
1,000%.
I came into this game almost like, even the build up to it. Obviously, the fans are not the players, right? But I almost felt like the whole vibe from Arsenal was like Real Madrid was like this championship final, and beating them was like it's a huge game that I think has completely changed the direction of the Arteta era. Like you can say, oh, it was expected. Well, you didn't expect it, right?
Yeah, you didn't expect it because he was expected, but he spread it 8-2.
Exactly.
So you make no sense.
No, it was.
You told me you had a spoiler. You told me it's 8-2, and now you're saying no.
What did you say about that game?
So you were lying.
There was more feelings than head.
What did you say about that game? You said it's the best atmosphere I've ever seen at the Emirates.
The first leg is PSG.
Bro, it felt like, wow, this is the biggest game in Arsenal's history. And this one, I'm not trying to no one downplayed it, but it didn't feel like the stakes were that high.
I agree. I think we were. So there's a thing we studied in sports science, but like obviously it's like sports psychology. But there's like over aroused.
Yeah.
You know, not sexually, but like
No.
But I think
we faced with laugh straight away. It's sports psychology.
Yeah, but it was. What I'm saying, we did that. It's the Real Madrid game. You know what I mean? Like after that, like you said, it just felt like
honestly,
and then there's a big dump. Even with the fans,
yeah.
like we didn't win the Champions League. And even to be fair, obviously I'm gassing things up. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm talking, but you're right.
But even the atmosphere of the stadium, it just didn't feel like as from the minute one against Real Madrid. Wow, it's like this crazy event.
Is that because we dominated early in that game, the Real Madrid game?
But you dominated every blade of grass for the entire game.
I know,
this game, I mean,
it was easy to get behind.
But also dominated. But we dominated. Even like before the game, it was a bit different. Even football's.
That's what I'm saying. So, because Sarge, you're asking the first 20 minutes, why was it so different? I just felt the way PSG entered that game compared to, I felt like Arsenal came out in a bit of a lull. And PSG, the intensity in terms of how they pressed you guys, the minute they lost the ball, they were like swarmed you guys like bees. But then even on the ball, we know these guys, in my opinion, they're the best possession team in Europe in terms of keeping the ball. No one keeps the ball like them in the middle of the pitch, bro. Neves, bro.
You know, we're talking about fans, and we've said this many times. Their fan base
is the best,
especially away from home.
The away fans is the best.
It's the best in the world. And them 30 minutes before kickoff, like I remember saying that when we beat them 2-0 last time.
I sit above them. Yeah, I was there. I was sitting.
I was saying to Chunks, sitting next to me. I said, I would have swapped my place and sit with them, even though I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Because they're so jumpy all the time.
Yeah.
It don't matter if they're losing,
winning,
drawing. 30 minutes before the game.
It honestly felt like 20 minutes. It was a reflection. Both teams were a reflection of the fans. Honestly, I felt that way. And then as well too. I mean, they scored that goal and then they just kept pressing and they just kept going.
Great goal
and then
as well.
Doué and Kvara, the way they started the game, like Timber is for me one of the best 1v1 defenders in Europe. For those 20 minutes, I mean, people can tell me, oh, he didn't dribble past them. That stat is nonsense. We've literally seen him three players. He found his way through.
I was told this, like you said, I don't care about this stats and all that crap. Kavicha, every time we faced him 1-on-1, my heart was in my ass.
Yeah,
because
the first time a great 1v1 defender.
Because for me, the first time he beat him, I was like, ooh. Okay, cool. It's Kavicha. I said, you know, he's a world-class player. It's gonna happen. But like you said, when it was 3-on-1 and he skipped past him, I when I had my hands like this, I said,
I swear, Stars, I was ready to call PSG the best team I've ever seen.
Bro.
After 20 minutes, I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Bro, even
like, Arsenal can't hang with these guys.
Even when I was sitting, and obviously I was on the side where it was Timber and Kavicha.
Yeah.
Off the ball, obviously the camera's not going to follow it, but off the ball, Timber just kept hesitating. He kept going in, he kept going out, because the first time, like you said, Kavicha had it, he turned in, spin past him. I said, okay, cool. Second time, like you said, he tried to do that little flick on the outside where he beat him, got fouled. Yeah. And then the third time, Timber was like, you know what, F this. I'm pressing him early, but Kavicha, he's tall, he's strong. So when he held him off and span this way, and it was a foul, and everyone, like you said, everyone just groaning the whole first 20 minutes. But Timber, he had no answer.
Their wing play
I feel like
crazy,
he eased into it the second, from 35, 40
No, I think so too. I don't think
like,
Kavicha did much after that. Like,
he
honestly,
didn't need to at the time. In my
bro.
opinion, I don't think he didn't need to at the time, because with I was going to say Juventus, with PSG, what was so good at, they took in turns. They went, you know what, the first 15 minutes, Kavicha went out of Timber. Then the next 10 minutes, they said, you know what, we'll play on the right hand side and see what Doué can do against Skelly.
That was
a good battle,
bro.
That was a good battle.
Very good battle. I really enjoyed that. Like, a lot of people were saying, like, obviously, Doué, what you call it, Skelly had Doué.
I don't think,
but I didn't think it was the case.
I think they both had their moments. I think both of them came out of it looking great.
Yeah.
Both. I think Doué even defensively did his thing. Skelly going forward did his thing. I thought it was a great representation. 100%. Two of the best young players in Europe.
But the Bruce false line role was elite.
Yeah,
brother,
he's got the keys.
Yeah,
Wallah, he's got the keys.
And at the end of the day, bro, obviously it's against us, but in general across the season, I'm actually so very happy for him that his career is finally going the way that everyone expected.
From when he was like 19, 20,
now he's
21.
27, and now he's finally, because of injuries and all of that stuff, he's finally now starting to become. This franchise player, one of the best players in the world. This is Dembele. Remember how highly he was rated at Rennes, and when he got the move.
You know the maddest thing.
But now he's becoming, and 27 is such a great age to now start kicking off, because he can have another 6 years at the top, bro.
The goal itself was a highlight of that. He collected
the confidence and
in his own half,
talisman.
progressed with it. I love the fact that he didn't crash into the box.
Yeah.
He waited outside the box.
Took it early as well.
But I think Enrique deserves a lot of credit for that,
for
man.
Sure.
Because to identify a player, first of all, platforming players is the biggest thing when it comes to management, right? Because Dembele, we've always known as a talented player, but to identify that kind of player can kind of do this role centrally, given a free role, basically do what you want and attack. I think A, it's really smart, but B, I think Dembele is so good in that role too, because he's so two-footed.
Yeah.
Every angle he kind of plays at, there's no bad angle for him to play.
But he did a pirouette against.
Imagine a 2-foot striker.
That's what I'm saying. But that's basically what he's playing. He does whatever he wants.
Bro, I remember him do a pirouette against. I don't want to say Skelly, but it was someone. I think it was Kivio trying to get tight, and he did that little pirouette thing. But I was saying to Chuck, it looked like he was playing the instrument. It was so smooth, like his movement, the amount of touches he takes, the way he can not necessarily skip past plays. It's the yards of how his touches. Like he knows, he goes, this is worth 2 steps. So he tossed that touch, and he just. I looked at him. I said, you know what? Even what's funny, obviously, because at the end of the game, when we went downstairs to see the players, whatever, and when he came out, wallahi, we came out there thinking, because he didn't speak to the interviews. He didn't speak to the interview, the people that are doing the reports and stuff. He walked past, wallahi, had a security guard next to him. He had one hand like this. He was just munching grapes. Just munching grapes, just looking at everyone, looking at him. Then he salamed. He looked at me. He salamed us, and it was just. But every person ran from that side, went to him and just filmed it. And then they brought camera and everything. I went, yeah, this guy's got the nastiest aura.
Munching grapes.
Well, I said,
when I was in the tunnel after the Brentford game, and they all had pizzas. Brentford had a whole box of pizzas.
I think it's the potential to be the greatest redemption story I've ever seen.
100%.
If he wins the Champions League for PSG
and
wins the Ballon d'Or, it's the greatest redemption.
Would he be the greatest? As much as he said, he'd have the greatest PSG season. But would he be? Would they regard him saying, "Yo, this guy, it doesn't matter what he does from now, he's delivered." Every single one.
Their first ever Champions League, League and Champions double. Who's won a Ballon d'Or playing for PSG ever?
And combine it with the fact the final against Barcelona.
No, and combine it with the fact that Mbappe left for Real Madrid and he won it the day Mbappe left, and Mbappe and him were always compared. And Mbappe, I've seen him commenting in his Instagram. You can't fool me, bro. I know this shit is burning you, Loki. I know Loki is watching PSG thinking, hey, someone got.
What do you think Mbappe's besties thinking? Hakimi.
Hakimi.
Mbappe's best friend, no?
Hey.
He's forgetting
Oh,
it.
bro,
He's
yeah,
been
yeah.
replaced, man.
He had a good
Crochet,
game as well.
Dembele.
He had a very good game as well.
Them boosts.
Hakimi
had an incredible
his
game.
speed is crazy. But
I
you know what
can't
it
lie
is?
though. I feel like a lot of people might not say it. I feel like Martinelli wasn't bad at all.
No, he's not.
I genuinely thought
in
there was
these
a
big games,
bro.
I never really. Okay, I wish he slotted it. It was right in front of me, right? And at the same time, it's one of them ones where Donnarumma's.
I actually think it's a good save.
Yeah.
Donnarumma, no, it was
a good save.
No, I'm saying.
I can't like he
but at the same
wrapped
time,
it though.
Donnarumma was having one of those.
Yeah,
games.
he wrapped
Like,
it though.
yeah, because Trossard had a chance
Yeah.
and all that. And I was thinking, Donnarumma, of course, he has his flaws. Everyone knows how weird he is as a player, yeah. But he's one of only a few keepers I look at, and I'm like, in a massive game,
Does he step up?
he always steps up. It feels
Yeah.
like, and it's like there's some keepers. To me, and it seems that.
He got a few PSG exits. I can't
No,
lie.
no.
Real Madrid.
No, but
You know that one?
yeah, but I'm saying it seems that way. Like obviously, I'm saying he's in that kind of close to that category of Courtois, Emi Martinez, where you just look at them in a big game and like his arms look a bit longer than it did against Crystal Palace.
I don't know how-
that I agree with. Yeah.
You look a bit
But I don't
taller,
know how
he's
he did
bigger. It's like Donnarumma.
But I've always looked at Donnarumma and I'm like,
But it's a weird one because big games sometimes I see him.
but you know what it was Donnarumma, like with him, Courtois is huge. Yeah, I get that. And Donnarumma, I
Donnarumma's
think
even
is the
bigger.
same. Yeah, but Donnarumma, I've always felt he's like awkwardly big. Honestly, I'm like
He looks
even
too big.
Too big. But like this year, fair enough. I've always kind of criticized Donnarumma. I always say him and Marquinhos, their
both of them
fingerprints
is,
are on the scene of every crime PSG exit. This year, Donnarumma, fairs, man. Liverpool,
I don't know how we got down that fast.
Villa away.
Courtois, I
and
expect
then-
that.
That save
Yeah,
on that save
Yeah.
on Trossard. He was
Courtois, I
big.
expect that.
That's
That's
Courtois.
Courtois,
Courtois,
man.
yes.
That's when I was like, it's not gonna happen for us.
But you,
No, I knew- I was-
Martinelli had a good
I knew.
game. I
Huh?
thought Martinelli was.
No, I didn't say I had a good game.
No,
but I don't think he had a bad game.
I thought, me personally, watching it, he wasn't as bad as people thought because there was
think his
times
standards are
he
just
took
really
on.
low
It,
for
it,
Martinelli.
Well, I thought it
right
was
now.
cheeks.
Yeah, bro. I think it's like you guys have a low expectation of him right now because of what he's done over the last year or two, and now it's like whatever he's given you, it's like it wasn't bad. Like,
no,
Like he gives you 3 out of 10, but you know what?
it was.
It was just a
I'll tell you
five-
what.
it was like a 5 out of 10 for
Yeah,
me.
it was a 5 out of 10, 5.5. Like
That's
those
a bad
times he
game,
beat.
man.
He beat.
That's a bad game.
that's what I'm saying. But for his standard,
But
it's like
I'm not
I've
expecting
seen
him to
play
have 9.
worse.
I don't know. To be fair, I mean, you guys watched it on TV. I watched it in the stadium. We get
Yeah.
different viewpoints, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe it focuses more on TV.
'Cause the one
I don't
thing-
know. I'm
yeah.
watching back maybe, but I thought like Martinelli was. It was okay. I don't think
Yeah.
he had a bad game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think, yeah. One thing about Martinelli, he's one of only a few players at Arsenal that I can trust. That even if it's a big game and everything, he's gonna give 100%. And obviously, it's not like here's a sticker. But what I'm just saying is, it's true. It's a thing. But I'm saying it's not like here's a little participation sticker.
man.
I'm just saying he's one of the few players where
He's tapped because he laughs the way he does, and now I can't.
But it's funny.
Martinelli
he
scored
said
at the
that-
Bernabeu, mate. I don't know
Bro,
what you're talking about.
he was the best. He
this
was
is
the
what you've allowed. Good.
Bro, he was the best.
Every man
Well
has
done.
scored.
No, well done.
Every man has
You told me 8-1.
Well done. This is what you've allowed now.
He scored at the Bernabeu. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah,
Bro, he was the second best winger at that
The worst
time.
thing is, yeah.
That's facts.
Well,
He was the best Brazilian winger.
That's how bad it
That's what
was.
you've allowed. That's what you've allowed.
Your delivery, I
He was the best Brazilian on the pitch. He was the best Brazilian winger, and there's 3 of them.
Come on, Ak. Come on.
Is that not part of the
Well,
game?
I'm gonna be real.
Well, what's Jude's best trait? Oh, he's got heart.
Come on.
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
You serious right now?
What's his best
Oh,
trait?
come on, you're having a stinker here.
What's his best trait?
What Jude's best trait is what?
What is it? You tell me. He's your player.
I heard it's light skin.
Jude's got a lot of different
I
strengths.
think Jude's amazing. What's his best trait?
Crashing the box, his ball progression. There's so many
Yeah,
different.
you had a howler. I can't.
His pass
saying,
I
appreciation.
laughed at his face. He was like, "What?"
What? Jude's best strength is what? His passion?
100%. It's one. It's up there. It's one of his best things about
It's not
him.
even in his top 5. I can't lie.
Bro, come on, Ag, you're disrespecting it.
Okay,
no,
cool.
no, you're horror. That's horror.
That wasn't a good example. I can't lie.
Listen. What I said, I genuinely think Jude.
a
One of the
pity
first
they
things
ain't
two
game,
people
brother.
talk about Jude. One of the first things to talk about is his passion, his desire, his willingness to win.
passion.
These are things. They're not footballing ability things. But what are the first things in general?
My point
we
is,
talk about Jude.
then we can at least get to the technical. Of Martinelli, it's like his heart, and then
Okay, what's next? What's after his heart?
yo, his heart, his courage, his
speed.
bravery.
Come on, Ag, man.
His speed.
Come on, man. But now listen, you
Go
said
ahead.
viewing the game on TV is different instant.
100%.
You're right.
Of course, I'm
For
saying
me-
I don't know. Maybe Martinelli came across even worse than what I
Yeah, for me, he was
thought on the
cheeks.
pitch. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
fine.
think he was
me-
ineffective.
Everyone was
saw-
cheeks. We lost 1-0.
I thought there was
Nah,
four
not
players.
true.
No, not everyone. I
on.
think 4 players to me, we watched on TV, 4 players to me, I think was better than the others.
Is that Arsenal or is that both
Arsenal,
combined?
just an Arsenal perspective.
And how many of those would you want out of Madrid?
No. 4 players for me were
Two of them, that's it.
okay.
Go on.
For me, Bukayo Saka, despite a lot of
agreed.
people saying he had a bad game, I think he was the
that
most
confused.
impactful player.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one.
I think Declan Rice had a very good second half.
Yeah, I think
Mikel
he was
Moreno responded better in the second half.
Yeah.
And
okay.
for me, Lewis Skelly
Yeah, he was
was
very
the
good.
only person
2028,
that was willing to progress the
2028,
ball.
baby.
Those four for me were the only standouts for you, man. The others, well,
I think Kivior actually did okay.
I think Kivio's better than Saliba.
yeah, they're better against Saliba. But what I don't
So the
understand.
Champions League Saliba, you're scaring me, brother.
Like, I'm looking at Arteta yesterday. Wallahi. I'm not blaming it on him.
I blame it.
I don't like the fact you came before the game telling me support your uncle, support your mum, and everyone, please bring in the huddle thing.
Bring your boots.
And now I know you don't have options like all the injuries, Havertz, Jesus, everyone. But what I'm saying is maybe change things up. Like you waiting to the 85th
Like
minute.
what?
Okay, Ethan, bring him a bit earlier.
You don't trust him, bro.
Huh?
You don't trust his
But
effort.
change
You don't trust his
Change
work ethic
something.
off
But
the
you know
ball.
what? You know the change that will confuse me, and you can agree to.
I
that.
love the Ben White change.
Lewis Skelly for me is your best ball progressor. Why not
One of
change
them,
his? Why not change? Put him in the midfield.
I think that's a trust issue at the moment. Though.
I
just
can't
don't
lie,
think they
he's
trust him.
he's never-
I-
Something that's
yeah.
not happened once this
Bro,
season.
he's never
He
once
won't do
been
it in
pushed
the-
in the
in
midfield.
game of-
Great
Now he's-
managers changes when circumstances not going their way.
Like Ancelotti.
Well, like in games, certain times.
Brother.
I don't think I don't like. Look, I mean, I don't know. This
I'm
is
not
kind of like.
saying
I'm not saying you're wrong because, like, okay, fair. Like, there have been managers in the past that have changed that, but I just don't think that's like what I would have gone for Arteta for. I think the Arteta one for me. Like, you're talking. You know what's funny? Actually, you're talking about he needs to show more faith in Lewis Skelly to play that position or more faith in Nwaneri. I think he needs to start showing less faith and start giving a shorter leash to Martin Odegaard. I think that's the one for me that if I have to take any gripe with his selection or his substitutions, I don't think he should have lasted
Go
90
start.
minutes.
Yeah. And you know-
90 minutes for me, based on that performance, that's a piss.
You know what the perfect example regarding that is? On Slot when they went to France, when they played PSG,
And he
and he
subbed
took off
Salah
Salah
off,
off for
yeah.
Harvey Elliott. Because you're like, you know what?
He was nullified. He didn't do anything,
He's got
yeah.
7 minutes, 8 minutes. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
he's
And he ended up
winner.
scoring, bro. No cover up. Like, moments like that, like you said, where you look, now Arsenal look like a genius. Rightfully so.
But I don't even think
Whereas
that was like what happened last night.
Yeah.
First of all, Salah, it looked like a genius because you never take off Salah because he
Yeah.
always comes up with the goods and he's having an amazing season. Odegaard is not having an amazing season. He doesn't always come up with the goods. And last night's performance was genuinely like
Embarrassing.
He just didn't offer anything.
You know,
And for
it's-
me, the most startling thing about Odegaard, right? Because we know his flaws. Every player has flaws. Every player has strengths. He's not the best ball carrier. He's not going
Correct.
to dribble past 6 players.
Yeah. He's not strong enough
he's
to-
not like a huge creator, but he's a very good passer of the ball. Like he links up play very well.
Yeah.
He finished with 24 passes yesterday. He only attempted 27. That for me is the biggest red flag because if Odegaard's not passing the ball, I'm sorry, he's not offering you much more. He had
Is
less.
that- is that
he had,
more
he
to
had
do-
less passes than every single midfielder on that pitch yesterday, including Marino, including Fabian Ruiz, including David Raya had more passes than
that's
him, bro.
unacceptable.
That's unacceptable,
Yeah.
bro. For a midfielder
Yeah.
of
can't
Odegaard's like play style, that's unacceptable, bro.
But it always tends to be. Obviously, I'm not disregarding what you said because you know what I've been saying about Odegaard for a while. But it always changes when you watch Arsenal. It always changes when Declan Rice is in that 6 and Odegaard's in that 10. Odegaard tends to pick up the ball deeper because he's like, I don't know why, he just believes Rice is not threading that pass to him where he can play that 10 position. But regardless, I don't blame that because yesterday he was cardio man, bro. When he had
Right,
the
he's
ball,
just running around doing nothing, bro.
When he had the ball, there was no
Westbrook,
conviction.
right?
There was no threat. There was no threat. There was no conviction. Edge of the box. Like the one thing that annoys me about him the most is when it comes to Martin Odegaard. It's when Saka has the ball. It's like he just stands and he basically does what we did yesterday. He just stands there and watches to see what Bukayo Saka does with the ball, thinking if he might skip past these 2 players. It's never, you know what, I'm gonna make an overlap on the other side. It's never, I'm gonna stand in this pocket and drag this defender with me, make that third man, just take that player out to give Bukayo the space.
What do you
And
think
so
it
I'm
is?
standing there.
What do you think it is then? Because yes, he's not been playing well, not performing
Yeah.
well. So what do you think it is? Do you think A, he's just not good enough? Do you think B, I'm seeing rumors that he might still be carrying an injury?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
Like,
Is it form?
like,
Because
what-
it's
what
either
is-
form
or
or
is it-
or C, what I saw.
What's he?
I saw
you say,
whether Sky Sport or something. They said he's too comfortable. Theo Walcott said it.
Okay, what did he say?
Theo Walcott said it. I feel like
it's a
some
mental
Arsenal,
thing.
Some Arsenal players in the
Mentality
squad
thing.
right now are too comfortable because they know
I don't think
even
it's that. I think
even if they drop a stinker, they still start.
no,
Theo
Rooney
Walcott
Rooney
said
said that, not him. Here's
No,
my
Walker
here's
said it. Walker said it.
Maybe it was him. I think Rooney might have said something similar.
Theo said-
My opinion, or not opinion, because I agree with you. I think Odegaard's a good player, bro. I don't think he's a scrub. We saw the last 2 years. He's a good player. Is he the best number 10 and number 8 in the world? Maybe not. I think there are conversations like he was being talked about with Bruno. I think Bruno's starting to look a little better but whatever, right? He's not a bad player. Is it possible that the team is just starting to move in a different direction to him? Like the trajectory of the team is going in a way that he at the moment isn't able to keep up with.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's
my thing. If I were an Arsenal fan, I think look, a lot of people are frustrated with him right now for sure. But I think he has shown you enough over the last 2-3 seasons that I would go into next season, see what he looks like. See, maybe Zubimendi comes in. Does that give Odegaard a different role? Who knows? But I think next season is the year for Odegaard, where at the end of that year, if he's still kind of suffering, maybe you got to look somewhere else. Yeah.
For me, I think it's his mental more than anything. In terms of for him, like you said, it's very easy for him to get checked out of a game. Yeah. And once I feel like he's marked out of a game, he's run out of answers.
For me, the disappointing thing, though, is he's not one of those players that can really just take a game and make something out of it.
He did that against Porto. That's the only time I ever seen him go, you know what?
F this. Only one game.
No.
But that's what, you know what I mean? You look at someone like Bruno Fernandes,
That's my argument.
But you look at someone like Bruno Fernandes, slightly different players.
Bruno Fernandes, he's a mentality monster, bro.
Of course, but also even his game, it's based on risk-taking and stuff like that.
Would you say that's his best trait?
Who?
Bruno.
That is a mentality monster. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the best trade either, but I can't lie. But anyways,
I'm saying Bruno, like that's
you look at that kind of game yesterday. You need guys like that. You need Mavericks. You need guys who want to get on the ball and make things happen. PSG have those kinds of players in abundance. And I think when you look at Arsenal, one guy that they have is Bukayo Saka, who for me, you didn't get the ball enough to him. That was my biggest issue with you guys yesterday. You guys did not get the ball to Bukayo Saka enough. Because every time he got the ball,
they did make it difficult for him. They had a plan for him as well. They did have a plan for him.
Of course, but also you have to have a plan for yourself as a team to get the ball into your team's best players. You never say, Barcelona didn't get Lamine Yamal the ball enough. You didn't get Messi the ball enough. You got to get the ball to that guy. Bukayo Saka, every time he gets the ball, PSG's defense all of a sudden looks at 6s and 7s. He's driving in. He's so strong. I don't think he got enough of the ball yesterday because whenever he did, that was the time where I thought, okay, Arsenal is dangerous.
But then it kind of kills it.
What do you man now expect for the second leg?
I was going to ask, second leg.
I think we'll beat them.
I'm happy. Look, I'm happy it was 1-0.
Yeah.
Because end of the day, look, it's you can laugh at Arsenal. We lost 1-0. It's not looking great, but also, PSG still dominating.
It's 60 minutes. After the 20 minutes, I thought you guys were.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought the game changed when Marino scored that goal.
We had chances.
When Marino scored, I was like, I can't beat this guy. What's going on here? Seriously, I was like, this is ridiculous now, bro. Like, am I being jinxed right now? Am I being pumped right now?
Speaking of that, I'm surprised Declan Rice only took his first set piece in the second half. The first
Odegaard was taking them from those crossing
situations. He thought against Real Madrid took in the second half. So in this game, I'm going to take
but they weren't like goal scoring.
Arsenal's based on tradition.
No, but they weren't goal scoring free kicks. They were like whipped in free kicks. And when that side corners, Rice takes it. So I was interested to see why Odegaard took it, and none of them worked. But I saw, obviously, I'm there, so I can't see the TV. But I saw something about like Arteta took the over to sit back down. Was that
about damn time?
What happened? I've not seen it.
That's why in the second half, in the last free kick of the game, he stood up. Like that's what I was like, bro. Stop click farming, bro. Sit down.
Bro, when he was before, obviously Declan Rice came out and confirmed that he was trying to cross it. When I seen him doing like this for Declan Rice's free kick, I was about to throw something at my TV.
What pissed me off?
Allow it, bro.
What pissed me off? The last attack.
Yes.
The first camera angle. Straight to my man.
Amazing.
Straight to my man.
Amazing.
And he stood up as well. He stood up.
Bro.
He's like, come on.
It's clip farming, bro. Honestly, it's clip farming.
Amazing. But listen, second leg.
TP's back.
Party's back. So
Marino up front. I think
it was probably Marino got back up front. Listen, we have to go for it. It could be.
That's my worry for you guys,
bro. We've seen Liverpool do it, bro. We've seen Liverpool do it. I've seen Liverpool go to France.
I mean, but it's not the best examples. They got destroyed.
I don't know. They got ruined, but I saw them take an L there. They're coming from. It's like they got fisted, but I was like, they came with a dub.
Maybe Nice. Nice is a good example.
Nah, because for me, the season's already. For me, season's wrapped up.
Best players play.
They're just the best players play, but Stem was already wrapped up.
Listen, would you go into a second leg being only 1-0 down and think you're out of it?
No, you're not out of it. You're not out of it.
It's 1-0. Yes, they have the advantage, and they're taking it home.
Yeah.
No one's saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not obviously we've been knocked down the peg. Like I'm not screaming and shouting as much as I was.
Because you don't have trust at
It's 1-0.
You don't have trust our
believe.
opinion on, bro.
It's football.
We believe.
It's 1-0.
Because you got to remember,
Wait, believe.
You went to second leg 3-0 down and you were talking mad. What are you talking about?
I'm Real Madrid. You're
What are
Arsenal.
you
Your
talking
face
about?
last time.
I'm Real Madrid.
You were
I'm
face
Real
last
Madrid.
time from
Your face.
Boston.
My life is different to your
don't you
life.
guys?
You know, I'm Real Madrid. I'm Real Madrid. I can feel that way. I deserve to feel that way.
No, you don't.
I've had it so many times. You can't feel that way.
Why not?
You can't
He's
feel
been
that
waiting to
way.
get this off his
You
chest.
can't feel that way.
But it's 1-0.
Yeah,
Wait
but
till the
Elias,
out.
I got something to ask. You know, regarding obviously the one thing you spoke about this game was, you know how you went Marquinhos and Donnarumma. There's always like an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Donnarumma, I can't lie, he's cool this year.
Okay, cool.
Marquinhos?
But that's what I'm saying.
When I see Beraldo come on, I'm like, okay, this is like to wrap up the game.
But regarding that, obviously, we all saw what happened between Real Madrid and Arsenal, obviously, and I feel like Mourinho up front, if he, like you said, pins himself onto Marquinhos,
It'll be different.
be
Like,
a
there's different
nuisance
presence
for
up
that.
front.
Because you see
For them to
Trossard,
deal
you're
with.
like, it's
I thought
little man. So
Trossard
it's
actually
like-
did a decent pin job on
He
him. I
did,
can't
but
lie.
then you know what? You know the Trossard. If Trossard watches SDS, stop bloody collecting the ball.
Bloody.
Stop going.
That's not in your vocab.
Bro, it's not.
I've never heard you say that word in your life.
It's a friends and family podcast, isn't it? Stop bringing the ball to the player. You're like carrying the ball and just dropping it off like
Yeah,
it's
I
a
don't like
gift.
players that do that.
As soon as you pin, release and get going, bro.
Take an extra
We
touch.
might have to. We might have
You
to.
should watch ball,
Yeah.
bro.
We might have to get Cass to teach him. Wallah.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing-
I
the-
still-
the-
we might have to
the
get
worry-
because I started
the-
teaching.
the
Wallah.
worry for me, from your guys' point of view, is chasing the game, because that's what you guys are gonna have to do now.
Yeah,
You're
of course.
chasing a result. I always feel like Arsenal are maybe a bit better when they have something to protect. And they can kind of react to the other team, and
But also,
they can kind of play more conservative in their block and then hit them.
I don't think we're gonna go into it chasing because it's only 1-0.
But you have to chase it.
No. I'm saying start the game like already on the front foot because it's only 1-0.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
I'm assuming we go in there, we play our normal way
Yeah.
as if it's 0-0.
Because that's what
Play
Villa
our-
did, and they got blamed straight away.
If we try and go in and try and
They got
equalize
blamed
it
straight away.
as early as possible,
Yeah, PSG will
think-
pick you apart.
I
Yeah.
think that'll put us in trouble.
Yeah.
I think we can play the game, the slow way. You know,
Just
play
be
the game-
fearless, though.
Yeah, be
That's
fearless.
it.
Play fearless. Create chances. Receive some of the pressure. Weather the storm.
Do
a little
something
bit.
Real Madrid couldn't
You know
do
what
this
I
Champions League
mean?
window.
Bro, it's
This
90
Champions League.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Went
is
to
a
your
long time.
ground and said,
minutes.
"What's going
That's a
on?"
long time in practice.
Nothing's going on, bro.
It's a long time.
Look what we've done.
No,
there.
you've done
What
this.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah. Yeah, you know, Amram didn't lose to them in the cup, and we knocked them out.
Look what we did to them.
It's a
man.
long time. I'm just saying, it's a long time. It's 1-0. 1-0. So, you know what I mean? It's advantage PSG. It's 1-0. Right? We're going to
Bro,
go
it's
for
done,
second
bro.
leg.
You are not going through, bro.
Wait.
Let it go, bro. Wallah, let it go. You might not going through, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
You might not.
So much. I've never seen Faisal this bitter. And
No, it pisses me off.
you're
It
bitter,
pissed me
bro.
off, bro. That smile. Well, we gave this.
So wait.
caused that, yeah.
Should SDS let it go this season? SSFC? Huh? Should SSFC let it go this season?
No. We believe. We believe.
Look at this guy picking and choosing.
Freaking believe.
Look at this guy picking and choosing.
Because you know why? Because you know why we believe? You know why we believe?
Why?
We've got Cass Sterling. Yeah, we got Half-Fed.
They got Mikel Merino, but we got cast.
You man, I'm gonna be real. That's no belief.
Nah, there's
belief.
belief.
We'll
There's
see.
belief.
Okay,
There's
we'll see.
belief.
Thank you for that.
I believe.
Anyways,
No,
we
no,
got to
he
move
was
on.
gonna say, oh, you know, I need that for my edit. You know, keep saying it.
What did I
no
say?
edits,
I mean, that's why I'm staying out of the edit.
No, that's
I'm
not
scarred,
edits.
bro. I
That's
learned my
not
lesson.
edits, bro. That's not edits. Let it go.
I think PSG will advance though. I don't know if they beat you.
See, that's the clip I needed, man.
No, I think they will. If I had to.
Free now.
No, they're not gonna. I think they might even draw. I think it might be a draw. I don't. Yeah, you're.
Let me just. I don't think we lose at Parc des Princes.
I don't think-
If it's a
Yeah,
draw-
I think we beat them 2-0.
Here's the thing, Starks.
Get out of there.
I think PSG have goals. Like, I think
be
they'll
close,
score.
be close,
Yeah,
be
I think they'll
That
score.
would be 2-0 Arsenal.
See, I don't know if you keep
Your Arsenal nemesis will score.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Marino will score, and Ilahi, God knows, I think it might be a centre back header.
Kivio, I told you.
I think PSG 1-1.
I've got a question for
I
you.
said it for the first
I think
time.
wait,
I've got a question. Last end of the segment, yeah. Would you rather have Arsenal come back and win 2-0, or would you rather have SDS FC top place?
No, don't do this. We're not going to answer this question.
Top place, that's high,
We're not going to
bro.
answer this question. We're not going to answer the question. Because it's
I would have it. I would have SDS FC top place.
Yeah, 'cause your team's got-
over
Real Madrid.
Over Madrid somehow.
Madrid would have trebled this season.
No. Over somehow
No,
Madrid.
no.
If you're telling Madrid somehow out of nowhere come back to win La Liga, put it in the bag, bro.
Yeah, because you want
Say
Ancelotti
again?
gone. You don't want
Yeah,
Ancelotti
exactly.
staying.
We're not asking that
There's
question.
always an alternative.
How about both? I want to be greedy and have both. Moving on now to
You can't have
the
both.
other
You don't have that luxury.
semi-final. Well,
You don't have that
technically
luxury.
can still have both.
I'm saying he doesn't have both.
Oh, you. Anyways, moving on to Barcelona versus Inter Milan. First of all,
Hey man.
What a game.
Hey man.
What a game. That's football, man. I honestly enjoyed both games. I know some people were saying they were
What's
bored
not to
about
like?
No, they were bored about the Arsenal game.
What's not to like, man?
I love that game, bro. It was a good game. Even obviously even past the result, I thought it was fun.
I agree.
This game was crazy though, man. Crazy.
3-all. Thuram opens the score in literally
Nasty finish.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, whatever, in like less than a minute. And we're thinking, yeah, it's already started. But it's what Yamal said against Madrid, like, obviously more specific to Madrid. But like,
Why does everyone go back to Madrid?
No, but I remember the quote when it's like, oh, they can score 1, it doesn't matter. They can score 2, it doesn't matter.
Bro,
We
it
always
don't matter.
win.
You scored 2,
It
they scored
falls this
3.
way, bro. They went what, 2-0 down, bro. Calm. Do you know what I mean? It's literally what it is, but it's just when you watch Barca games now, they just concede so much.
They just- it's
what was it?
shootouts, bro.
Celta Vigo was 4-3 recently.
They're
You had the
down 3-1,
Benfica.
yeah.
Like this is normal for them.
Yeah.
But it produces a great
Bro,
watch.
they're the best. I said it a few weeks ago. They're the best show on television.
Best
They
show,
are
for sure.
literally entertainment. Every game is a contender for game of the season.
If you put top 5, the top 5 games of the season.
Benfica, this one.
Benfica, Atleti 4-4.
Yeah.
Madrid when they beat you 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
Madrid when they beat you 5-2.
Yeah.
Madrid when they beat you in the Copa Italia. My Mount Rushmore is Barca with 4 different expressions. I'm gonna get one on you now too. But yeah, Barca are
Another top 5. It's pretty much United Wolves as well. Do you know? I'll put that in top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many European competitions are you still in, by the way? How many
No.
European competitions you in?
Huh?
How many European competitions you in right now? When's your next European game?
When's
it?
Shut up, man. Shut up.
When's your next European game?
I've got something for them. But anyways, back
Yeah, I
to
love it.
Barcelona and
And Inter. You know what's the craziest thing about this
I don't
time,
know
man?
what to say about this game.
No, but I think we have to talk about what happened before this game. Inter came in before this game. They hadn't scored in 3 games.
Yep.
They have like 2 wins in 8.
Yep.
They're basically collapsing. They were
Yeah.
on course
Yeah.
for a treble. They're
Scott
out of
McTominay was there.
Yeah, bro. They look like they're on the outside looking in Serie A. They lost in the Coppa Italia.
Facts.
Thuram
And they're
came in
playing
injured.
Yeah, Thuram and Dumfries have been injured the last 8 weeks. And you look at this Inter team; they're old. That's the biggest thing for them. Honestly, they're a great team, but
They
their
got,
age
like,
has let
Acerbi,
them
who's
down.
almost 40 years old.
I read a stat the other day, Sharky.
Yep.
22 players have played over 500 minutes for Inter this season. Of those 22, 12 of them are over 29. 7 of them are over 32. 5 of them are over 35.
That's not right.
It's this lineup they played this weekend. This game.
I respect them.
It's the oldest
So
team.
wait. So what was that? 12, 5, and 7.
Yeah.
So that's how much?
No, not 12. 12 of them are over
Oh,
29,
and
and
then
then
you
7
still-
of those 12 are.
So it's still
are-
part of
so
the
it's,
12.
it's still the
Yeah,
same.
Part of the 12.
The team that they played today against
Go ahead.
against Barca.
Yes.
It's the oldest team, like the oldest lineup in a Champions League semifinal since 2017. Juve. Like it's an old team.
Yeah,
that's
it's an old
why.
team,
And they
very
don't
old
have a lot of
team.
depth. Me and you watch Inter
Yeah,
a
of
lot.
course.
They don't have a lot of depth.
Not at all.
The last few weeks, bro, it's just kind of come back to hurt them. That's why going into this game, I thought they were done, bro. I can't lie. I thought they were done.
Everyone did.
What are you laughing
They're
at?
laughing at me. They're laughing at you.
They're laughing at you.
They're laughing at
wait,
They're laughing at me.
They're saying you don't watch Inter.
No.
Now me and you.
Watch Inter. You don't think you
They're
watch
saying
Inter?
I don't. So it's fine.
I went to his house to watch Inter, bro. We watch Inter, man.
That's the last. That's the last game.
Huh?
What was this? 4 months ago.
That wasn't 4 months ago. It was a few months ago, man.
The Sharks.
Why are you hanging on to him, bro? Aren't you the guy who be
okay.
claiming you watch Vallecano to
For
watch
real.
Frank
said
Garcia?
you watched
And what?
every
It's
game
the
in
one
the
game you
world.
won't play against Madrid. Don't take his shit, man. Come on. La Liga,
I got nothing to prove to face you. I got nothing to prove to face you.
You love Frank Garcia, right?
What an ass.
Yeah, but before when you're talking about,
like
yeah.
sheep.
For who's Valladolid or allow him, bro.
So back to this game. We need to talk about the man of the hour.
Dumfries.
No, not him. The man who
Denzel!
Denzel had a good game though.
The man scored
Denzel!
the first goal for Barcelona.
Oh,
Don't forget about him.
how can I forget about him? He's the biggest show on earth right now. Lamine.
I'm
gonna
the
tell
first
you that-
person to go blonde and still work. Still
Neymar
playing.
did it. Neymar did
Is
it.
he the best since Neymar?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
gonna tell his dad.
gonna tell his dad. Yeah, he's a Madrid fan. His dad supported Madrid when we beat Bayern last season.
Yeah.
He needs to come to Madrid.
That's not. What's wrong with you?
We need to do a Figo.
What's wrong with you, bro?
We need to do a Figo. Wallah, give him anything they want.
That will never happen.
You think
Wallah,
Florentino
give-
Perez is giving him the
Give
check?
other,
Give him the check,
bro. Give Rodrigo, his dad as well. Give Wallah, give me Lamine Yamal.
So you were stopping Rodrigo and his dad for Yamal and his dad?
He's breaking up happy homes. He's breaking up happy homes.
No. Honestly speaking, he's insane.
He's the best.
He's your favorite player.
Let's talk. Hold on. Let's talk. Because the Baller League, we were on our way over.
Yeah.
Me, him, AV in the car, and we were talking about
That's a loud
Trust me, bro. Ilyas was trying to sleep. I have no idea how he managed it. Right? Hi, blood, Arsenal. But
Go ahead.
we're talking best players in the world.
Yep.
And I told you, I think Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world. And you and AV said, no way. Like, there's guys who have done so much more for longer. Like, Saka has been carrying Arsenal for this many years.
That's
Salah.
AV's point.
He was going on with it as well. Who's those two? AV's going a little further, of course. But
Prove it. Where's the proof?
oh, where's the vlog this week? Oh, we didn't want to do a vlog during the car this time.
Vlog in the car?
Say no more.
Prove that
we
convo
were
even
vlogging the SDS Baller League every week, but this week we don't want to do it. Say no more. Where's Verso when we need
Proof
him?
we had that convo. He was in the car with Fuad.
But whispering was what? You know, man.
But yes, what were you going to say about Yamal?
Huh? Can you see where I'm coming from now, bro? Every once in a while,
Yes.
sorry.
No,
you
no,
can
no,
agree.
no, no.
There's a player, right,
No,
that
no.
just comes about that makes the whole football world sit back and say, this guy's not one of the normal ones.
No,
bro.
Elias.
He's special.
Lamine Yamal is the best. Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world.
You really believe that?
100%.
Okay. See, there we go. You think you believe that as well?
100%.
Bro, the stuff he does on the ball.
And
I don't
Simone,
see any
you know what
player
Simone
doing that.
Zaga said after the game?
I did.
I haven't seen a player like Lamine Yamal in the last 8 or 9 years.
Who said that?
Simone Inzaghi.
We had to put 3 players on him.
And they did. I was
And he
literally
still had
watching them.
success.
And that's he's not exaggerating.
And if everything
And
wanted.
the thing is, he's not even exaggerating. I literally saw Mkhitaryan.
And I'm joking, Yamal.
Mkhitaryan was following, was literally sitting next to
everywhere.
DiMarco.
Yeah.
The minute he gets the ball, they stand next to each other.
No, that's true. Now that first.
Remember, Jose, have you ever seen his video on YouTube where he's talking about how I stopped Messi and that? He talked about it. He says basically, every time Messi comes inside, Zanetti follows him, and Cambiasso and Mota also come in. We build a wall around him. That was a Messi that won the Ballon d'Or. He's 22 years old at that point. Inzaghi is doing this shit to a 17-year-old, bro.
17.
Like
How's
that-
the best player in the world? 17.
That goal that he
I
scored.
don't know.
best player in
Bro, I don't know what to
That
say.
goal that he scored. Only 2 men can do that.
Bukayo
Three
and
men
who
can do that. Neymar, Messi,
and
Bukayo.
Yeah.
Stop,
And Lamine. And Lamine.
You're just bringing. You're just bringing
Cristiano,
unnecessary
Cristiano,
like.
Brother.
like Cristiano as
No,
well.
no,
Like,
we're
let's
gonna
not.
get
Let's
cooked,
not.
bro.
I'm not. Well,
That kind of goal, though,
Day
is not
one,
really-
I'm still living on
Early,
it.
early
Nah,
Cristiano.
man.
Well, just make sure Lamine Yamal gets to that final because Bukayo's getting there. Make sure he gets to. Well, he's bucking him there in person,
you
one on
do
one.
too much,
I'm
Wallah.
not there anymore, man.
Yeah,
They expect that from me.
Bro, hold on.
They expect that from me.
No.
I've not.
Bukayo Saka is unbelievable.
Every
You're
podcast,
gonna-
I've said Bukayo.
You can say it on national television. Don't matter, bro.
Saka.
Yo.
Just enjoy them both.
Stars.
No, you stop. Wallah, no,
Stars, you're trying to force a rivalry or something. When no one's dissing
There is no.
Saka.
I enjoy both. I enjoy watching
Of course.
them both.
Yeah, but that's fine. But
Let's not just.
you don't need to force Saka into
can
this
we talk about-
conversation. Like, who involved
If we get to the
Saka?
final, then
Because
we're
he
gonna have the
said,
conversation.
he said only Neymar could do it at 34. And he said
He's not
Messi
playing
could,
now.
he said Messi could do it at
It's
38.
true. Those are the 3 kinds of players that can score that kind of goal.
Yeah.
Now or talk about it just.
Currently playing
We'll
at the
talk about
moment.
before the game, before the video, you said, was it you?
Yeah.
That Lamar goal.
Yeah.
Have we seen Saka do it just like that?
No, Saka can't do no
Exactly.
better.
Is that what you were in the foul?
He can't do that
Why you
better.
got voices in your head, bro?
I do. It's Bukayo talking to me.
Nicholas Jover talking in your head, bro. Allow it.
It's Bukayo telling me.
What are we doing here, bro?
He said to me, I've done it. Well, I got you.
No, I think Saka obviously could do great stuff similar to that, but to the fluidity and how easy he made it look, it's different.
Well, you know,
No, Saka
I'm
said
down.
Abdullah. Wallah, I got you.
I'll die for
but let's-
Bukayo.
let's
That's what
do-
it is. I'll die for Bukayo.
Remember last year against Bayern, this guy was dissing Bukayo after that game.
Guess what?
Yeah. You would die for him a year ago.
He woke up. He said, he spoke to me again. He spoke to me again. He said to me, different man. He said to me, I would have won.
Are you the same person you were last year?
No, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't die for someone I wouldn't have died for last year, bro. What the hell?
Why not?
Yeah, 100%.
you're
If you're
not free, bro.
glazed, no,
Nah,
no, hold on. If you're glazed,
Would you
last
die
season,
for your
you glazed
child?
this season.
Die for my
Would
child.
you die for your 1-year-old baby?
What are we doing?
Would you?
What's going on?
But would you? Yes or no?
That was dark, man.
But would you? Because I would. I would, but a year before that I wouldn't.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, would you die for your 1-year-old child? And Leah's debating it.
Would I die for someone who didn't exist a year ago? What the hell does that mean,
But
bro?
is it,
Wait, what?
I'm saying how
Saka existed a year ago.
how
He exists
things
now.
can
What
change
kind
in
of
a year.
stupid example is this?
But I'm saying
bro?
how things can change in a year.
You know
How
what
things
I
can
talked
change
about Leah, yeah? You can't
Why? Well,
chop
listen,
and
we're
change.
trying to talk about
You can't
Barcelona
go
Inter.
from I've always rated Bukayo, but I didn't never put
Why
him
are
on
we
a
even
pedestal.
talking about Bukayo
Now
right
it's
now?
crazy.
Why
Because
we
this guy
talking about
went. This
Saka?
guy went. You wasn't saying that last year, and then trying to get the kickies out everyone.
That's
I'm like,
after.
what are you talking
the
about?
best player in the world, Lamine Yamal. Let's keep talking about
Let's
Lamine
talk about
Yamal. Lamine Yamal at 17 years old. 17.
Stupid, man. He's a freak.
Do you know how long ago you were 17? 24 years ago.
I see this guy laughing a little too far, by the way, huh? Hey, Fuad, hey.
At 17 years old.
Why though?
He's had 100
That's no point of
appearances.
doing that though.
So we're like, 100.
100 appearances. And in those 100
They're
appearances,
trying to kill him.
22 goals, 33 assists.
My 19th birthday's on Monday, bro. Come on. Come on, bro.
Don't worry.
Your what birthday?
19th birthday. Well, hell of man believed as well.
No one believed it.
No one believed my friend.
Don't let the ball fool you.
Bro, at 17,
Hey,
Ronaldo
wrinkles
had...
too, man.
no, Messi had 9 appearances. And Ronaldo had 19.
But no,
Yeah,
I
Mala's
think
100.
Nah, honestly, I never watched R9 at this point. I didn't.
At 17,
Yeah.
Messi had 9 appearances.
Yeah,
Ronaldo has 19.
yeah.
Yamal's 100.
At 17.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know. Okay. But hold on. We're starting. I think we should start normalize this though.
No, whoa. We should not normalize this whatsoever.
No. That certain man, yeah. So, like as you said, they are generational. Lamine, we shouldn't look Lamine as
He's generational.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it,
but look at
We
the
should
two
class-
guys I mentioned I compared to are generational
Exactly,
as
we
well.
should classify him now. We should stop mentioning his age. Lamine,
No, I can't stop mentioning his age. It's not- it's ridiculous.
Bro, every time we
you
talk about
can't-
Lamine Yamal, we talk about the fact he's 17.
Rightfully
We
so.
hear it. I get it.
No, but
he's
do you
the
not
best in the
understand
world.
how
I
hard
agree.
that
is?
But we should stop saying
No.
17. I think why is there a compliment now? What we should compliment is the fact that rather than saying 17, let's say he's the best player in the world. He's
said
going to be
that.
the best player for the next 3 years. He's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Stop saying 17. I hear
Because
it.
you're- no,
17.
you're making-
This is the weirdest crash shot I've ever seen in my life.
Faye.
No, I'm not, it's not. It's not.
It is because it's not
crash
normal.
out. It's a
It's
normal
not normal, bro. Being
not normal.
17 and being argued with class as the best in the world, it's not normal, bro. That's what you have to keep saying. He's 17. As much as annoying as it sounds, no player at any time of football should be 17 and be regarded as the
One
best.
thing I will say to Faisal's point, right? I don't think you should normalize it. Definitely not.
Bravo.
But what I will say, again, you thought I was crazy for saying he's the best player in the world. You disagree with that now. Bro, he's one of the best players I've ever seen. I'm genuinely being serious. Like in his
I agree,
position,
man.
how many we're talking like we're always hesitant to say stuff like this
Hold
because
on.
of his age and how much we've
I
seen.
bugged. My bad. I bugged. What did I say? I said let's not normalize this, right?
Yeah.
No, you just kept saying stop saying 17.
No, you said let's normalize this basically.
Basically, it's trying to imply that.
I was meant to say let's not normalize. I bugged completely.
But you still said...
bugged
You still
completely.
said...
Yeah, you're clip farming, bro. That's what it is.
No, wallahi, I bugged
Go
completely.
do the whole clip over.
So what was your point?
Clip over.
Wait, so what was your point? Was your point to like... What? What's your point?
No. I bugged completely. Well, I realized. No. the moment you
Even
said-
if he bugged, I don't get what his point was.
No, you
Because
just said.
you said let's not normalize it, which we agree.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, you said stop saying you're 17.
No, I bugged. I
So what
realized-
do you believe?
I realized.
So what do you
I
believe
sat down,
then?
but whilst you were talking, I sat down. I sat down. I said,
That's how small he is. He was standing the whole time, by the way, guys. He's not allowed to have a seat in this podcast.
did I just say what? No, I bugged completely.
It happens, bro. It
I'll
happens to the
put
best
my
of
hands
us.
up. I'll put my hands up.
You don't have to, bro.
Let's let's not normalize this.
It's crazy that he's 17, right?
Yeah, let's not normalize this.
So keep mentioning that how crazy is that he's 17. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
But you told us not to mention
he
it.
just got mad at us for no reason.
He's hating on
No,
17
These
year
guys
olds.
have voices in their heads.
Yeah.
We're the only normal ones here, bro.
I don't even know if I'm normal right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm by myself, man.
Hey,
But I was saying, bro, he's one of the best players I've seen. Like,
100%.
again, we're scared sometimes to like go too far with these young players. But a guy like this, bro, I don't think there's any point in being scared. He's better than a lot of the wingers I've ever seen in my life,
No,
bro.
facts.
Like if he retired tomorrow, the level he hit, his highest level, is up there with some of the best I've seen.
100%.
Yeah.
But I feel like this game was like a NBA playoff game, just full of runs. First it started with 2-0, and then 2-2, and then the moment Koundé went off, I think it changed for
Because I think it hurt Yamal a little because of that overlapping run.
exactly.
Yeah. Garcia doesn't
and
cross
Eric
the halfway
Garcia's
line.
not, and DeMarco had a better second half. That's how they scored the third goal.
But DeMarco's
And
not a
Rafinha-
good defender
Rafinha
anyway.
pisses
But
me off.
regardless, whoever's in front of Yamal, he's cheating.
No,
Yeah, he's getting his way.
Chinging
But
whoever
it's
it is, bro.
another thing
You
that I
watch
find
Barca
so...
every week. Have you ever seen Yamal like nullified?
No,
That's crazy.
And I don't watch... Obviously, I don't watch Barca every week.
you don't.
But I see Barca's every big game and Spain's big game.
He's a huge big game
and
player.
every single big game, he's always had a lot
Yeah.
to say in that game.
Yeah.
He's always had so much influence in that game. Whether it's that trademark cross that just floats into the back post for a
Trivela.
tap in, whether it's Trivela, the Trivela
He did
cross as well.
16 of those
Whether
today.
he's
Yeah, well,
whether he
like,
beats
trying
free
a
man
lot.
and crosses and puts it in the top corner, whether he's cuts it across the box to assist Pedri, it always makes the right decision. Sometimes it just looks easy, just Sadio's pass, that's an assist.
You know the last time
but
I
he
saw
always makes the right decision. And look, scoring in the Euro semi-final, and the level of goals at 16, by the way, against France, and the way he scored that goal, the one with the Rabiot one top corner, scored in Champions League semi-final, the way he scored this goal,
a classical goal.
It's the classical goal at Bernabeu. I'm just like, I just can't fathom it. Like I just know, but it's like there's some things that are just like beyond, like, you know how they say, humans, you don't have access to like 10% of your brain.
He's not his face,
This
bro.
is beyond that. Like, I can't access it. I can't.
How much percent do you think your man's got?
I generally think it's access 30%.
30%.
You know the last person.
That's 27 more than Faisal.
You know the last left back to shut down Lamine Yamal.
Miles Kelly.
They haven't played yet.
What's wrong with you? This guy, honestly, you're talking about he's 27 more than. Don't take that from him,
The
bro.
last left back to shut down Lamine Yamal
Frank
was
Garcia?
Fernand Mendy. Super Cup last year, where we beat them 4-1.
When he was like 12.
And someone said to you, fight back or something. I don't get it. I don't get this.
Before the Euros, he was like 15, no?
No. You said, have you seen him? I said, I haven't seen this season. I seen him last season.
When he was 15 and a half.
Huh? Last season. No. I don't
He
like
was
the fact that
16,
you man
just
kept
fresh
dunking in Madrid. You man kept dunking in Madrid. Oh, it's go. Well, I stopped, man. I kept dunking in Madrid for no reason, fam.
You're right. But yeah, what a crazy game. Obviously, this tie is far from over. It's
Can we
going
talk
back
about Fuad's boy as well?
to the San Siro.
I think Dumfries that you had to talk about.
Dumfries, yes,
bro.
Dumfries, the
good
other
boy.
person I wanted to bring up as well. Of course, obviously,
I said something before
you're
the
talking
game.
about, obviously, you're talking about Inter Milan. You're talking about Inter Milan's old players and everything, but one thing that's crucial to Inter Milan systems are the DeMarco and
Wing backs,
Dumfries.
man.
Those wing backs are so high. Dumfries and DeMarco both obviously get so involved.
I
Denzel
always say,
Dumfries.
man, he's not my kind of footballer,
Who?
man. Dumfries.
Yeah, but literally, he always a lot
Rated, I
saying
really
games.
liked him today.
He also
but
a lot saying games.
Not my kind
But
of player.
Denzel Dumfries is also, fun fact, the first Dutch player to both score and assist in a Champions League semi-final since
Wesley Sneijder.
Wesley Sneijder.
Yeah, it is.
Also against
Probably the kid
Barcelona.
they use wearing, man.
For Inter.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah. Against Barca, Inter Barca 2010. He scored an assist in a Champions semi-final. First
That
Dutch
guy
player.
is a locomotive.
So he scored two
Honestly.
and got assist.
He is just
Two
an
assists and
athlete.
2 goals and assist.
He is. Yeah.
You know, in the air, he's crazy, bro. He scored a goal like that.
Fair to say.
That bike he scored, that scissor kick, he scored the same goal last season, bro, against I think it was
Bike.
Milan. That was a scissor kick. Whatever you
I've never called it a bike.
a bicycle kick, you know?
But you called it a bike.
You never called it a bike before. My fault, yeah, I'm showing my Yankee.
He's got a bike. Do you call it PK as well?
No,
No, he
that's
does. I
crazy.
know
You
that.
never said a bike.
Never said bike in my
Put in
life.
the chat, let me know. Put in the comments, let me know. I think you'd be. Hold on, I'm thinking Twitch now. No, but I think you'd be surprised.
But yeah,
that scissor kick, whatever,
Yes,
the
yes.
scissor kick he scored, it wasn't even
Nah,
a
but
bicycle. It wasn't even a
you
bicycle
can just
kick.
use the word scissors though if you want.
No, but if it wasn't even a.
Yes. I remember that goal. Yes. What about it? What about it?
This guy,
What about it?
he scored the same goal last season.
Yeah.
The exact same goal in the Coppa Italia.
Mental goal, by the way.
Yeah.
Mental.
I can't lie. You know, with him, he's pure instinct kind of person, man. Like even him
Doesn't
thinking.
think, just plays.
Yeah, no, 100. He definitely does that. I tell you that.
But
for
it's just-
life.
but
I
he's
watched
a good
for
player.
Netherlands for many years.
Bro, he's
Yeah.
so effective.
But they're right because he
He's so
plays.
effective for
He's
Inter.
He's a road runner, bro.
Yeah, of course. So that's
He's
what
a road
that's what
runner.
his role is, and
Bro, for
it works
Inter,
as a
he's
wingback.
Pure. Well, like
It works for what they need.
I'm trying to think NBA terms. Who the hell is he? Well, I couldn't tell you.
Andre Drummond.
He's not even Andre. He's just.
Like,
Yeah.
Hassan Whiteside, that's who he is. He's Hassan Whiteside.
Wide receivers at the position.
He'd
Yeah, but
be a crazy NFL player.
He's just running streets. That's all he's doing.
No, but he's so big for Inter, bro. Honestly,
Yeah,
the last 2 weeks they
100%,
didn't have him. Oh my! Remember that game we watched? It was him and DeMarco. They assisted each other, bro.
Unbelievable, yeah.
One to the other.
Yeah.
They're so important. I think in general, this guy, he's doing you dirty.
Ignore it, man.
I think even for when you look at United, right? Every 3-back system, the wing backs are the most important.
They keep referencing the same game. It's only one game. There hasn't been more than one. It's the same game.
It's not even true.
Can you reference another game though?
How do you know which game? What game are we talking about? Who do they play in that game? Who do they play in that game?
Lazio.
He's right.
Game! It's the same game! That's not another game!
Were you there?
He wasn't
Yeah,
there.
he's
bro.
got a camera in my house.
This guy's creepy, man.
He's literally wearing a shirt with my name on it.
Damn.
So I don't need to prove anything to you.
I never said you should.
I'm not. I don't need to because I won't.
You know what? You know this conversation. Is he aiming at you? Is he aiming at Leah? I don't know which.
I watch
Me.
Inter. I watch
and I've not
Inter.
brought anything about Inter once. It's every time he mentions Inter and me, then he laughs. So I'm like, cool. Carry on.
What was I even? I don't even remember. This guy interrupted me.
You're talking about
Dumfries in the game against Lazio and DeMarco
No, I'm saying
Ampone.
they're integral. I feel just in general, 3-back system. Even when you look at United, for example, the biggest issue for them right now is the wing backs. I feel like that's the most underrated aspect of that kind of formation.
100%.
If you don't got good wing backs, bro, 3 at the
And
back,
they
it
even,
don't
like
fly.
I said, as Matt said, they even got good backups. I remember it's the Brazilian guy, right?
It's okay. On the left, he's okay.
Is not as
He's okay.
DeMarco is like a pure winger.
The problem
DeMarco's-
stars.
he's a
The
left-
problem
yeah.
stars is that they've had Darmian playing wing back the last few weeks, and
not
he cannot play wing. He plays as a right center back.
Yeah.
As a wing back, it's not the best. It's not the best.
What do you think the second leg looks like?
Into whooshing.
At San Siro.
Inter PSG.
Final.
Inter PSG. Final.
I'm worried. Kunde is apparently going to miss the second leg, which
Kunde's
I think,
gonna
which
miss,
I think
but-
is
No, Lewan back.
Balde
that's
coming
big.
back
They
is
need,
massive.
Bro, they need
Balde coming back is massive, and Lewa coming back
Yeah,
is massive.
Rafinha needs that.
Then
stuff.
what they've done okay without him. I think Ferran has done well, but
Balde's
Balde is bro.
Massive.
Gerard
No.
Martin is.
Ass,
and no, I
ass.
think even Rafinha struggles without Balde, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
But no, Balde.
What's the prediction for second leg?
I just think Barca, man, are on like a date with destiny, bro. I think they're gonna win the whole thing. I still think they're gonna go
That's
through.
no date, bro. That date has been dumped, fam. That's no date, fam. Listen, man, it's
Bitter little man today, huh?
it's gonna be what I said in the last video. PSG, Inter
Milan.
final.
It'd be crazy if Inter.
So
did
that
it.
means Lias is gonna win. It's gonna be Arsenal. Barca.
Elias was either way.
I
It's
predicted.
PSG Inter.
I predicted before the ball was
Arsenal,
kicked.
Barca.
Barca Arsenal.
Yeah.
I
dude.
think right now it's gonna be Barca Inter. Barca PSG. Excuse
PSG.
me. I don't know. Barca, they scored too many goals, man. And like
What's the best final? Barca PSG.
on paper, it's PSG Barca. Yeah.
Yeah.
On paper.
Fireworks.
sometimes-
We
like
never
I
got.
said.
We never
But
got the best.
sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes, like even in MMA, when you put two strikers against each other, it turns to wrestling.
It's
match.
like today with the Inter game. Like,
But
Inter
I want to
usually
see the best
mid-block.
quality on display. Like I want to see Yamal
not
versus
the be-
Dembele. I want to see
Yeah,
Pedri versus.
but it doesn't
Vitinha.
always go the way when it's like two attacking teams.
Yeah, but
they both go
Inter
defensive.
Arsenal is not gonna be a fun watch. I'm here to tell you.
I
that.
agree.
That is not gonna be a fun watch.
I agree.
I hear you. Styles make
I
fights.
agree.
So like Arsenal, Barca, Inter, PSG.
Yes.
But Arsenal, Inter. Oh my goodness.
I agree. I agree.
They happened. They happened.
I
earlier
agree.
this
It was
season.
boring.
It'll be one of FaZe's worst nightmares if it's Arsenal Inter.
No, he'd love it. He just doesn't want Barca to win, no?
Inshallah, no.
So you want Arsenal to win? If Arsenal play Barca, you want Arsenal to win.
If Arsenal play Barca,
He wants PSG. He wants
Because it wasn't.
PSG
That
to
was not
win.
a treble, wasn't it?
I want.
If there was a
done the treble like 3 times.
if there was a face-off with the Barca fan, would you represent Arsenal?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
For me, bro. For me, it's PSG. For me,
He wants PSG to win for
me,
a
it's
reason.
PSG, Inter, Arsenal, Barca.
He wants Mbappe to be humiliated.
Ya Rab, inshallah. Wallah.
There you go.
That's crazy.
There you go. Okay, that is. I think we've covered it enough. 3-3 Barca Inter, 1-0 PSG Arsenal. Inter and PSG take the second leg to their home stadiums. Both of them still very much in it. Of course, PSG are winning and Inter have drawn the
So
first
what's your
leg
prediction, by the way? I don't think we got it.
for this game.
For the what's your after the 45 after half has been played for each one? What's your final
Arsenal
prediction?
Barca finals. Now.
Still Arsenal Barca.
Yeah.
Stars.
Yeah, Arsenal Barca still. No, not Barca. Arsenal Inter.
Is that? But by the way, just very quickly, is that like your head talking or your heart talking?
Well, I'm a heart. My heart and my head.
Or bo-
I genuinely believe. You know, how you said your head talking, your heart talking, the whole thing. It could be Arsenal for all I care. Well, it's everything. There's not a time.
It also just depends. Like,
There's not a time I've ever been.
On another day, we could have scored a couple.
Bro,
games.
there's not. I don't get scared when I see Mourinho and Partey play for us. Like I'll play anyone, whether it's at their ground or our ground. Well, like it doesn't matter. I feel like we're that good. I feel like we're that good.
It'll be different. It'll be a boost. It'll be a boost when we get Partey back for sure.
Mourinho,
put
remember,
us in
you're
the-
gonna be like for
but
sake of the
I
chat.
just don't know what
You're
you're
gonna
saying.
say. You're gonna say for
I
sake
asked
of
you
the
a
chat.
question and you said like my head, but then
No,
also
because he
my
said.
surprised.
No,
No,
but
no,
he went.
no, no.
Are you thinking with your head or are you going with your heart?
I'm
And I said
surprised.
both.
No, I'm surprised.
It took you a while to get there.
I'm surprised.
No, but
one,
that's-
I'm surprised one person's giving you so much confidence. TP. He's a good
No,
player.
it's both. Well, I think as important as TP's in that middle, I think Mourinho up top is the same.
First.
So mad because he's only become a striker for like the last few months.
It's the moment he started laughing at him. He said, "You know what? After some turning up."
Yeah,
I took it personal.
Arsenal owe me royalties if you
He
guys
said I
win the
took it
Champions League,
personal.
bro. I changed your season, man. I changed your season with Marino, bro.
He said I took it personally.
I swear, if I hadn't said that about him on that day, he wouldn't have scored.
Alright,
If I had
fine.
just kept my mouth shut,
All right,
Marino
imagine,
would
hey,
be
Elias,
thrown in midfield,
Elias,
bro.
imagine he scores the winner in the Champions League final.
Yeah, you won't see me.
You know that video of you at the
You
start?
won't see me,
It's-
man. I swear to God, you won't see me. If he scores the winner of the Champions League final, I'm done, bro. Honestly.
And he comes out. This is for you.
No, honestly, he should. I changed his
Say,
life.
Leah Bumzini, this is for you, dog.
I'll take it. I'll accept it. He owes me his life, though. Honestly, bro, I can't believe that what's happened with Mikel
And
Marino.
then you be nasty as well, because you take credit for us winning it because of him. Because of your thingy.
Well, Mikel Marino, please,
Brother.
have you got one more for me?
Can you give me one more?
Paris, please.
Brother.
Paris.
Not asking for a
I
week.
will do all I can to be there myself. So it's gonna be an amazing night. Hopefully.
Faisal might even be there.
So yeah, let's see how the Champions League goes next week, and of course we'll do another Champions League roundup next week because we will know what two teams will be in the final.
We'll see you on Monday.
So that'll be
Europa
interesting.
League roundup. When are you doing that one? Me versus Fuad round. Square off.
If there's a United Spurs final, we will do the face-off. The
Yeah,
face-off.
it's just, you guys gonna be laughing at each other.
Face-off, yeah.
Clown,
It's like,
clown and
look at
clown
us.
interaction.
Who would have thought? 16th versus 17th. Who would have thought?
Hey, we're 15th.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys very soon for another video. Bye.